Right, here I am down at Brown in Maine on October 25, 2022. We're into the 53rd week of major construction. Time now is 7:11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. It was 1 year ago today that they started the major demolition on the Civic Center Mall area. So I'm going to shoot over the fence just as sort of a homage to that day, and I'll throw up some footage of the original day a year ago. But it was 1 year ago today that they started tearing this place down with two big excavators, one on each end of the project, moving back towards the bridge deck. So I'm just shooting a little bit of this for historical content, really. So I'm going to cut this short here in just a second. One more thing I wanted to show back over here is they brought back their little visitor kiosk here, which has information about Old Town in the area. This thing has been off-site since COVID hit, probably, I think it was 2020. So it's probably last down here into maybe April, May of 2020. It's been gone. So things are starting to come back to normal a little bit down here. So let me cut this short here, and I'm wanting to move on down farther up the West Paseo by the Aline building, I think, or maybe the Loft area. We'll see. All right, here I am now up in the Old Town Tavern Loft. I'm going to shoot down into the Paseo area here. You see down below us here, it looks like they've just completed pouring some concrete around the edge of the turquoise planter here that will eventually contain the yearling statue. So we got that done. We also, back over here across the way, there's a little section there beside that planter across from the doorway that was open when I was down here on Sunday, so that's been filled in. So they're starting to knock off some stuff down here, get it fixed up down here in the West Paseo. Working on the flower beds and stuff around the edges, getting them formed up. Back up this way. So I'm going to cut this short and move on up to the A-line building where I can hopefully see a little bit more there. Alrighty. Right, here I am coming up by the A-line building. Check out, see what they're doing down here in the West Paseo area. And work over here on the flower beds, getting them fixed up. Get back around over here, they're doing the same. Also, you can see they put up some plastic on the bathroom back over there, which I think indicates they will soon begin doing some painting up there to get that fixed up, renovated. Maybe they'll start doing some of the new plumbing. Time will tell. But see what we got going on down here in the West Paseo. Got a cement truck down here. I think it was back out in the interior of the area pouring concrete, most likely. More of a chilly morning today. I think the temperature was around 50 to 52 when I got here. So starting to get into cooler weather here in late October. Summer's waving bye-bye. And they've cleaned up this flower bed across the way. This elevated flower bed's gotten cleaned up. It looks like they put some, or they just watered the trees there. But this whole end's starting to get cleaned up. So my guess is they'll move towards getting this finished up in another month or so, and then maybe they can open up this end of the project. We'll see. Or at least this part down here. Get another public restroom going again. That will be nice. But this is what we got going on down here in the West Paseo today. Just getting things fixed up. Starting to move along towards completion. Get these planters fixed up. Get the restroom put into the condition they want it to be. And then the West Paseo will be completed, more or less. So I'm sure there's a lot of gardening left to do, which I assume some of this actual landscaping will be done by the city workers. They usually took care of this place down here, so probably the city workers will come back eventually and get this put into shape. Alrighty, let me shut this down now, and I'm going to move on around to the east end of the project and see what's happening down there, see if anything's going on with the two canopies down there today. Alright, here I am down at the Civic Lawn, City Hall area, shooting across to the 360-degree stage. Looks like they're doing some work on it back over there, but it's just more incremental kinds of things. I don't see any big panels going up or anything like that. So everybody's got their crews out here working on the West Ball Civic Lawn area, moving things along. Pan back around over here to the Water and Fog Plaza. Back over here, directly ahead of me now. There's some guys down in the lagoon doing something. Maybe working on some of the water aspects of it down in there. I'm not sure. Fountains. Back over here, they're continuing to work on this canopy over here, putting the panels up on that. They have a bunch of they have some crates in here with small square panels that they're attaching to that canopy, and I think they're doing the same thing to the other canopy over by the Water and Fog Plaza. So they're getting this all fixed up, getting these panels put onto the canopies down here. Gentleman back down in the lagoon over there working. So got some stuff happening down here. Got woman with her fish. Don't tell me. I can never get anything to work right here. Woman with fish down here, got the sun hitting her, so a little bit of an illumination of her. She'll be back in her fountain lagoon here after a while. Looks like the lagoon's getting cleaned up pretty nicely. So it could be that they'll maybe put some water in it back in the not too distant future here. So let me finish up over here on this canopy. And then we'll move on around to the East Bowl. I may shoot a little bit of the War Memorial down here too. Then I'll finish up down here on the east end today. Alrighty. Alright, here I am shooting down by the War Memorial. You see they've got this dug out pretty deep down in here. And they're working on getting this little bit of War Memorial fixed up here. Memorial for the Fallen, I think is what they call it. Still on my telephoto lens, so getting kind of a close-up here. You can see directly in front of us here is another, which I also believe is a war memorial too, so it'll sort of fit in with what they're building down here. Another couple of be a general area for remembering the fallen soldiers who've lost their lives protecting America. So that's what we got going on down here. Let me finish this up. And move on around to the East Bowl here. Alrighty. Alright, here I am down at the East Bowl now. Time is 7:44 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. You can see they're putting on the panels up here on the little canopy just ahead of us here. So getting that fixed up. Moving along on the canopies up here. Let me just pan on around. To the canopy over here. Still on my telephoto lens, so kind of a close-up view. So these bowl canopies still not getting a lot of attention right now, so probably a lower priority item, I'm guessing. And the boxes still are unopened down here that I saw on Sunday. So got those boxes back down here. I'm guessing they contain parts for the canopy, but just another supposition on my part. Not sure what's in those boxes yet, but we will find out one of these days here in the not too distant future. So let me pan back around up here to the canopy, and I'm going to finish up here, I think, for the day. Just basic recon day to see what they're doing, see what's what. So that's what we got going on down here in the East Bowl today. So let me finish this up, and then I'm going to call it a day, get back home and get this fixed up for YouTube. Alrighty.